Fubzy here with another map tactic. This time we are looking at Haluf. Please remember that these are meant as a basic map tactic. See the map deployment video that I did. I'll link that in a card for you in the top of the screen. And also remember that these are just kind of like a starting position, and you need to watch what's happening as the battle develops to decide where you want to go. So let's start with the heavy tanks for a change. If you're in a heavy tank, there's one or two places really that you can go. Normally you'd either go there, or if you're quick enough there, and likewise from the green side you might go there or you might go there. They're the main places that they go. I'm not over keen on this position because it can be very difficult that when you try and angle out to get shots down, or the same from the other side, unless you're in something that's extremely bouncy like maybe a KV4. The other guys that are sat back here can shoot you, or the guys that are sat back here are in a hold down position and they can shoot you. So that's not my favourite position, but as I say, if you're in something that's mega bouncy you can get away with it. This position here, they get shots across into one another. It's also possible to cross over and to try and put fire up onto where the mediums will be, which I'll show you in a second. And likewise with this guy here. Again though, when you see the RT, you'll see why I'm not so keen on that. I would normally advise either there or there if you're in a heavy. For your medium tanks, you would normally find that if they've got gun depression, they will go in here and they have a little battle between themselves, or sometimes over towards the heavies if the heavies expose themselves. If they don't have gun depression, then I would recommend that you either try and fight your way. I'll tell you what, let's just put them here for a minute, and up here for a minute. If you're in the red, I would advise that you try and get down into this area. This whole area here can be quite important, but again it's something you've got to be very careful with. Or there's a little bush there, but you don't really want to take a medium tank out of the game and camp it there. So you might be more useful down in this area. Likewise for the greens, okay, you can get in there and get some good spots across, but again, if you can get down and take control of this area, once you're down there you're in a little safe zone. The trouble is, if you've got no one to support you, you can then end up getting boxed in. But certainly I wouldn't go for these positions here in the medium. I'd go there if you've got gun depression. I'd go down here if you haven't, and then try and work your way up. So the reds would then try and work their way up here, and around this way, so that they can get behind this ridge to then come into there, and the greens would try and work their way up here and up this ridge here. Let's have a look at the light tanks. Light tanks, there are spotting bushes and locations kind of everywhere along here that you can use, and likewise for the greens. Okay, there's lots and lots of spotting locations that you can use. There's one there as well, isn't there? Now, something that's interesting to try and do from this side is if you race down into here, this like dried up riverbed here, that gives you some good cover. So if you do manage to get down into here, you can sometimes try and make your way around through the riverbed and then up into this position here. Now if you get there, then that allows you to proxy spot what's going on here, which can be a massive help to your guy trying to come up this way, because he will get shot from there if he's got no spots, or there's no pressure on the guys that are here, at least anyway. The tank destroyers, let's go with green again. You know, they tend to be in these kind of locations, depending on if they are strong frontal armoured. You maybe get one or two up with the heavy tanks, or if they know that the enemy team's got a lot of heavy tanks and that their heavies are going to get outnumbered, then sometimes they'll come and sit back here and try and get shots in as well, but not that often. And a similar thing with the Reds, really. They tend to sit back in these kind of locations, and again, if they know the other team's liable to overwhelm their heavies, then they might come and stick one that's in a hold down position there. Your artillery is quite interesting on this one. A lot of the time they will be up here, but you can also go here or here, so you have got a little bit more choice, a little bit more choice from the red side. From the green side, there's a massive dip back here, and RT is normally there. Sometimes in these positions, I've even trialled sticking it up here to get, because obviously the closer you are to the heavies, the more accurate you're going to be, and the less time it takes for your shell to get there. That's okay as long as you don't start to get overrun. If you do, it's, with artillery, by the time you've turned around and you've moved back up through here, or you've moved back up through here, you can end up dead. So that's perhaps not the greatest one. You might want to try it, I don't know. But really the key areas on this map, how do I do the shapes now? It's that one, I think, isn't it? And the fill. Key areas are kind of down here in this little bowl, and your brawling area there. Your artillery can get shots from this position, or this position. You can get shots through here onto their heavies as they expose themselves, onto their heavies here if they come around the corner, and obviously you can get shots across onto there. It's difficult to hit down here, and likewise from the red side. Okay, that can be quite close. This can actually hit there, which is, I think, why some people tend to go there. And also obviously you can get shots up into there. Not quite as easy to get shots onto their heavies from this position, but it can be done. And also, if their mediums are not smart enough to stay tucked into the wall there, if they start to stray out, then you can get some nice juicy side shots, and that helps a lot. Okay, so that is Haluf, the basics. What have we got next? Ensk, is it? Yes, Ensk will be the next one. So until next time, guys, Fubzy signing off. Take care.